Hi, I'm Mike Thompson, and I'm going to show you 5 projects that I did recently that simply didn't get filmed at the time. This one is number 4. Number 1, the bucket toilet. First, measure the inside and outside diameter of the bucket rim. Then, using my Infinicompass, I draw several circles for the inside, the outside, and then, of course, the hole that goes in the middle, where the stuff goes. Then with the router, I cut the inside and outside slot first in 2 passes, and then cut the center hole out. You can see here I've already trimmed it square and rounded the corners. Square is the shape of the piece I had. Oval seems silly. And then a little bit of rounder over on each edge, and some stain to waterproof it, just in case. And now it's ready to go. Number 2, actual shutters. Some pressure-treated 1x6 forms the bodies of the shutters here. I cut a thin strip down the middle to give it a nice little bit of accent and also to fit the window when it's closed. And then I rounded over the corners of my little strip for the center. Here you can see the little strip in the center, and then I'm just laying everything out and getting it nice and even. And then some screws, paint, and actual hinges, and they're good to go. And it adds a nice accent and highlights this window here in the front, next to my aluminum numbers. Retractable handle for a Harbor Freight trash pump. Started with some 1-inch EMT conduit and cut a slit down the middle. Then I pried that slit open with this pry bar here. Then I used some 1-inch bar and another piece of 1/2-inch conduit and welded up this handle so that I could easily clip it on to the top rails here of my 3-inch Harbor Freight trash pump. Just like so. And then I used vice grips to squeeze those back closed so they grip tight. And then I made some little brackets and welded on some wheels with a 1/2-inch bolt. And now I can pull the handle out and easily transport this thing anywhere. Number 4, the mower port. I've got a lot of internal combustion gadgets and I need a way to protect them against the weather. So I built this mower port. It's like a carport, but for mowers. I've got an upper and lower ledger board that are screwed to the wall of the shed. I'm limited, of course, by the positioning of my air conditioner. The lower ledger is screwed into the studs. The upper ledger is bolted through the top plate of the shed. You can see a 1/4-inch gap here at the top of the roof to let hot air out. I didn't want hot air trapped, especially for the air conditioner. That gap doesn't matter though, because it's tucked a foot under the eave of the shed. Each of the rafters is secured to the top ledger with these brackets and then a screw down through the top of the rafter into the ledger board. The bottom sets of rafters are simply notched and then secured with a single screw down through the top into the lower ledger. Here you can see a bracket on one side of the rafters, and here's the carriage bolt that's coming through to secure the top ledger to the shed. And here's the carriage bolt countersunk into the top plate of the shed wall. This is the first time I've done a statics problem in a long time. Foundry food. With some steel lath and some aluminum foil, I can make breakfast on cold days. This day was about 35 degrees. But bacon and sausage are great in the morning. I can also do shrimp, pizza rolls, whatever you can do in an oven, I can do on this. It smells amazing. Well, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Mike Thompson, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.